Hey guys, how's it going? Michael Troy here. Welcome to Megaton Man Mondays, week 7, issue number 7. Can't believe we are, more than halfway through it. Only 3 issues left after this week. It's going along quite swimmingly. Thank you for watching. If you guys have been enjoying this series, please subscribe to my channel and hit that like button, and let's get right into it. I love this cover. I like the use of negative space. I do like a white background on a cover. I think it always makes the cover kind of pop on the newsstand or whatever. I love this. It's just like a cast of characters and this fun little tower of characters showing the characters from the book. We've got this great, like, Sylvester Stallone sort of Rambo avatar. We got little cartoon characters. We got the femme fatale looking very much, I don't know, looking a little bit like something out of The Spirit, or perhaps Dick Tracy with the wild villains. But let's get right into it. Don Simpson's amazing superhero satire parody from the 80s. One of the, most groundbreaking, lauded indie books. It's definitely, the time was right for this. The superhero parody is amazing. This is like 1985. The end of 1985, apparently December 1985. I love the dramatis personae. I love the little cast of characters, Yarn Man saying, but we're not even in this issue. And Cosmic Cat says, yeah, but our faces help sales. And then there's Megaton Man, of course. Really digging the art so much. I love Don Simpson's inking. It's so good. And the Don Simpson omnibus. That's a whole other kind of omnibus situation. But the Megaton Man omnibus for the first time is coming soon. Just another reason to do this series. I cannot wait for it. It's going to be black and white, so it's going to be like low-key. The next best thing to getting an artist edition. I cannot wait to see all these juicy black lines and full black and white glory. I just love this so much. Like, I'm particularly excited to want to see this page. I just like some of the feathering and the great line weight that Don gets. I think, at this point, I'm sure he's using brushes and crow quills, but he's quite adept with a crow quill and kind of getting those feathering lines. It's kind of insanely maddening. I mentioned it before, but if you go to Don Simpson's YouTube channel, you can watch videos of him inking and talking about process and things like that. And it's totally worth it checking out, like watching the master. So there's a lot of superhero parody going on. I love this weed-smoking Green Lantern avatar called the Green Mellow. Obviously these situations are the perfect, vehicles for cartoonists to sort of interject, either their opinions or their views or just like their takes on social situations and things like that. And Don Simpson is definitely the master of the spoof and the satire, all the while adding like laugh out loud funny moments and just some really, really just, totally beautiful cartooning and beautiful art. These are, there's like different avatars and I keep saying avatars, but like doppelgangers or stand-ins, like this is obviously Hydra or whatever, Megaton Man himself, as mentioned before, is obviously like a sort of, fill-in for Superman, and all of Don Simpson's commentary on that. And believe it or not, I think, is that like the Jimmy Olsen character? Anyway, I digress, Okay, this is hysterical because apparently there is... Okay, so if you're a comic book artist or in a comic book art, like look at this panel here. What does that look like? I don't think it takes much to figure out that that was obviously a hairdryer. So there is a splash page from, I think it's Fantastic Four, where there's like the spaceship, and John Byrne used his wife's curling iron as reference. And once you know, all you can see is the freaking curling iron. So as a comic book artist, especially at this point, you don't have a lot of, what they have back in the day was like a morgue, and it's like, you know, 3-ring binders full of magazines and magazine clippings and just like stuff like that for reference, you know. Thank God for the internet. If you want to draw a hair dryer, you can just Google a hair dryer. You don't have to even own a hair dryer anymore. But anyway, so artists always using like household items as sort of reference to make something look a little more realistic or something. I don't know if that's a direct lampoon on that, but or once again, not sure if I'm using the word lampoon correctly, but if that's a direct reference to that, I'm not sure. You know, I'm always coming up with new questions for you, Don, so if you feel free to answer that, I don't know. You know, I know you had gorgeous locks of blonde flowing long hair at the time. So I'm imagining that you were just like looking over and there was your hair dryer and you drew it and it's beautiful. Thank you. Here comes the Rambo. I love this because, you know, it's 85, so it's like Rambo fever is happening. Very beautiful panel here. I love that. I always like have to stop and point out art for art's sake. And, you know, genius, satirist. One of the most important voices of our generation, yes, but I will always, first and foremost, just be in love with Don Simpson's beautiful art. This is so funny. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know. It's like such a great mix. And I cannot wait. Okay, so yes, Megaton Man Mondays will end, you know, after issue 10. Or, I mean, no, it doesn't have to end. I mean, I still have time to get Bizarre Heroes and whatever the F and, you know, the Omnibus and da-da-da. Keep giving me reasons, people, to keep going with Megaton Man Mondays. I mean, as long as there's a Monday, there should be a Megaton Man Monday, don't you think? It's so weird. Like, you know, this story definitely, this is the joy of comic books, and I say this a lot about the X-Men. Like, I love the fact that, you know, one day they're in space, the next day they're in Madripoor, the next day they're in the Savage Land. I mean, comics just is an open end of endless possibilities. Yet they keep rehashing shit. Makes no sense. Anyway. Here comes the femme fatale with this big, juicy booty. I mean, this is like pre-Kim Kardashian. And once again, I feel like meta Don Simpson is predicting the trends. And he just knew that this would be, dare I say, a poignant money shot. I said it. There, I said it. You know, the funny, like, the comedy just is always so, like, nonstop and silly. I forgot there was a joke in here that was really cracking me up earlier. Guess you'll have to buy the frickin' omnibus when it comes out. You guys need to start telling... I feel like there's going to be an announcement soon. Because 1963, the Don Simpson unauthorized follow-up FU annual to Alan Moore is, like, almost finished. If you follow him on Facebook, you can read it. It's amazing. It's gorgeous. And it's going to lead into... So, to 2023, Michael Nostradamus Fitzgerald-Troy. You know, it sucks because I feel like every year is supposed to be the year of Michael Fitzgerald-Troy. But I'm willing to share 2023 with Don Simpson because we got the Megaton Man Omnibus coming out, the 1963 annual, and then it's supposed to lead into new Megaton Man stories, which the time is right. I mean, I need to see Megaton Man in this day and age. Orson Welles is the president. The Cosmic Cue Ball is the big threat. I mean, in 2023, if Orson Welles is the president, oh God, who would be the new president? Like, who's considered like the great director of our generation? And then he calls him like a mediocre actor or something like that. And then I was like, wait, is he? Like, Orson Welles is known as such a great director, but how's this acting? Like, I don't even remember seeing him act in anything besides, you know, those wine commercials, Martini Rossi and Carlo, you know, we will sell no wine before it's time or whatever. I don't even think I've ever seen, oh God, what's that movie? Rosebud, Citizen Kane. I mean, can you believe it? Like, I know, like, I feel like everybody just like sort of blocked me right now on YouTube for admitting that. And I know it's life-changing, Rosebud, whatever. I need to get on it. So, Don't you love, here's another joy of Megaton Man. Like, not only do you get great superhero parody, you get, like, Sunday funnies and comic strips and Snoopy and everything you could ever possibly want in a comic book. It's right here in between these gorgeous pages up until here. And then it cuts off and we get Border Worlds for no reason. I'm just kidding. I'm not that bitter about it. But I would have liked, like, full-length Megaton Man. So anyway, we're not even going to get into it because it's going to be, you know, like a different thing. But anyway, Border Worlds, this is the second installment. But look at the gorgeous art. Toth vibes. Is Toth one of your influences, Don? I would imagine. Unless that's insulting. Why would it be? But look at this great, like, silhouette. That's a Tothian thing right there. I don't know. I love it. I think it looks great. Border Worlds is Don Simpson's, like, sci-fi mature readers story that started as a backup feature in Megaton Man, and it goes on to its own series. I don't know if it's just reprints or not. I do have the first 6 issues, and we will be covering that. I don't know, maybe in between Megaton Man and Bizarre Heroes. I don't know. I'll figure out the schedule. Just hang in there. All the more reason to keep subscribing, hitting like, and all that stuff. You know, some of the... See, and here's what I was a little bit worried about, because some of, you know, we're missing some background, some of it's looking a little rushed, and then you go to this beautiful, gorgeous, like, Doug Wildey, epic, like, amazing, like, Bollywood, sci-fi stuff happening here, and then I'm like, did Megaton Man suffer for Border Worlds? That's a question only Don Simpson can answer, but I say the nay, because I'm still loving it. But I have to say, I do like this guy. I can't wait to read this because I'm trying not to spoil and jump ahead, but this guy's, like, really handsome. So I'm down for that. Anyway, Megaton Man Mondays, issue 7. Can you believe it? Here we are. I mean, I feel like things are starting to heat up. The Cosmic Cue Ball is, you know, definitely happening. Orson Welles is getting all hot and bothered. Megaton Man, the inevitable point in an Image comic book where I turn the book sideways. Oh my god, it's not an Image comic book. You are like the bastard stepchild of Image in a way, Don Simpson, don't you think? I hope Megaton Man, I would love to see it at Image, but Fantagraphics could also do it anyway. Fantagraphics will be doing the omnibus, I believe. Fantagraphics, Megaton Man number 8, shipping February 11th. I was going to wait till February 11th to do issue 8, but I'm not going to do that. I'll be back next week, next Monday, fellas and fellettes. While this is gorgeous, I would have liked another Megaton Man pinup on the back. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to bitch about it next issue, I promise. I got it out of my system. It's Megaton Man Mondays. We will get to Border Worlds when the time is right. Follow Don Simpson on Facebook. Follow his blog. Get the damn omnibus when it comes out. It's going to be freaking gorgeous. I cannot wait. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Hit like. Come back next week and we'll do it again. All right. Thanks, guys.